Welcome to the Accessing GovConnectIowa series. This tutorial will walk you through how to apply for a lottery license for your business. Please note that the appearance of your pages in this tutorial may look different due to system updates. You must be signed in to apply for a lottery license. Be sure to check out our additional tutorial on signing up to learn more. I am all signed up, so I will enter my information now. And I will enter my password to complete my login. If your lottery license will be associated with a location that also sells other products or services, you may be required to obtain a sales and use permit. I will be adding the license to my current, pre-existing sales and use account. I will begin by clicking the I Want To tab because I want to apply for a new license. If you recall from our other tutorials, this tab has several panels filled with hyperlinks. I have chosen to narrow these panels by using the filter with the keyword of license. This simple step narrowed the panels to those with the word license. I will begin my application process by clicking the Apply for a New License or Permit hyperlink, and then Apply for a Permit or License. I will now select the lottery license as the chosen license I would like to add. Notice the disclaimer once I have selected the checkbox. After I have made this selection, I will scroll down to the bottom where I will click Next. If you have multiple locations that will sell lottery products, you can select each individual location or use the Select All hyperlink. I will select the only available location listed. If you do not see the location you are looking for, you will need to request access to your account. If you need to register a new location, begin by selecting the Sales and Use option on the previous screen to create your sales and use tax location as well as your lottery license. You have the option to apply for a lottery license without a sales permit. Check the box if a lottery license you are applying for will not have a sales permit at the same premises. I have my location selected and will now click Next. Review your information on this screen. Pay close attention to this note. You will have additional steps to follow in order to successfully apply for your lottery license. Let's see what this looks like. I have reviewed my information and will click Next. Be sure to review the information regarding your submission. Once you have read and understood the statement, enter your password and click Submit. I have entered my password and will now click Submit. Remember that note I pointed to earlier? Here's where that comes into play. Be sure to write down your confirmation number for your records. Your initial application has been received, but this is not the full application. Permits that do not require a payment, such as a sales and use or withholding permit, will be reviewed by the Iowa Department of Revenue. Processing times will vary for each permit or license. Once your application is processed, the account will be displayed on your homepage. It is time to continue this application by clicking the Continue to Pending Application button. Our Accounts tab now shows this Pending License Applications panel. Our lottery license application status is not started. To begin, click the Start Application hyperlink. Once you have everything you need to complete this application, listed in this section, click Next. This mirrors our review screen previously seen. My information is correct, so I will click Next. Similarly, this mirrors the information I previously selected, so I can click Next. If any of this information is incorrect, follow the description listed. Next, you will need to answer whether the store mailing address is the same as the physical location address. By default, Yes is selected. If you need to change the address, select No, add the new address and verify the address. My store mailing address is the same as the physical location address, so I will click Next. We will then need to review our owner information. Again, if you need to update owner information, you will need to follow the directions listed. My owner information is correct, so I will click Next. You will need to state whether your business is currently delinquent in a financial obligation. If you answer yes regarding a felony conviction for either the business entity or an owner with 10% ownership stake, you cannot continue your application. Lastly, answer whether your license has ever been revoked or suspended. I have selected No to all questions and will now click Next. I am ready now to enter my store information including the store number, phone number, and the license contact. The only required information is noted with a red asterisk. It is recommended to include any information you know, even if it is not required. I'll enter that information now. My information is entered. I will now click Next to continue. You will then need to enter your bank account information, which will be used for the weekly debit or credit transfers. Please note that this is not the place where you are paying for the license application fee. That will come later in this process. You can use the same account for that license application fee later in this process. I will get my information entered now. Prior to continuing, you must check this box, which is an acknowledgement of purpose, confidentiality, and authorization. Once you have completed this section and check the box, click Next. I will do so now. You must upload either a voided check, financial institution letter, or deposit slip. Please note that the only file types allowed are PDF, PNG, JPG, or JPEG. You can either drag and drop your file into the middle of the page, or click the cloud icon to choose your file from your local network. I will click the icon and select my file. You will now review your entire application. If you need to alter any information, you can click Previous at the bottom of the screen, or choose any of the hyperlinks in the step selector at the top of the page. Take your time reviewing this information for accuracy. You will then encounter a couple checkboxes at the bottom of the page. First, read each statement and provide your confirmation by selecting the checkbox. If you would like to review the full license terms and conditions, click the View License Terms and Conditions hyperlink. Once you have checked the boxes, you will enter your first name and last name followed by clicking Submit. I will complete these actions now. Now it is time to pay for this license. We can see that the amount due is $25. I can also see I have one item, this $25 charge, in my cart. If I have additional applications to complete, I can click Go to Home Screen to continue. If those applications also have charges, my total items and amount due will both increase. I am ready to submit this payment for my lottery license. I will click the Checkout button. There are two options to make a payment, with a bank account or by credit card. If you choose bank account, please consider contacting your bank to authorize payments originating from the Iowa Department of Revenue with our bank filter ID. This will speed the payment processing. If you choose credit card, please know that the 2.5% fee is assessed by the credit card vendor and is not charged by, nor is it revenue for, the Iowa Department of Revenue. I have chosen bank account and will now click Next. Next, you will need to enter your bank account information. You can use the same bank account as you previously used or enter a new account. I will add my information now and will then scroll down. If you need to update any billing information, you can do so here. I do not need to change any billing information, so I will click Next. To confirm this submission, enter your password and click Submit. I have already entered my password, so I will now click Submit. Your submission has been sent to the department. Please write down your confirmation number or click Printable View to print the confirmation screen for your records. What's next? The department or lottery officials will contact you if additional information is needed. Also, owners listed in the application will receive an email with a link to submit their personal questionnaire. I will click OK to return to my home screen. All right, let's take a look at the personal questionnaire process. Any listed owner will receive an email that looks like this. It will include the confirmation number for the lottery application and a hyperlink to complete the personal questionnaire. Please know that the personal questionnaire must be completed within 60 days of email receipt. I will click the hyperlink now. The confirmation number will appear automatically in the field and cannot be edited. Click Next. Complete all required fields with a red asterisk. However, if you have additional information that is not required, please complete those fields as well. I have entered all my information already in the personal questionnaires fields. I will click Next. Next, provide addresses for the last 5 years of residency, including any out-of-country addresses. To add information, click the Add Address button. Next, enter the address information. You will need to click the Verify Address button to verify the address with the United States Postal Service database. Lastly, be sure to add the date from and date to. If it is your current residence, the date to field can be left blank. Remember, you must include enough addresses to cover 5 years of time from the current date. I will add my information now and then click Add. Now that I have covered at least 5 years of residency, I will click Next to continue. Next, similar to the information completed by the applicant, the owner must also verify 4 security question responses. Answering yes to some of these statements will require additional information to be placed inside the text box. Be as detailed as possible with your response. I have answered my questions and will now click Next to continue. Also, like shown earlier, you can either click and drag your government-issued identification image into this section, or click the Upload icon to select a file from your local computer. I have added my government-issued identification and will now click Next. Now, review your response throughout the entire page. Once you are ready to continue, click Next. Lastly, you will need to agree with each attestation statement. Read them thoroughly to understand what you are agreeing with and check each box. I have read and checked each statement. I will now click Next to continue. Finally, enter your email in the 2 fields and then click Submit. I have entered my information and will now click Submit. Be sure to document your confirmation code for your records, or click Printable View to print the confirmation screen. Once you have done so, click OK. There may be times where the department will request additional information, or a decision will be made that will require you to take action. These cases may not happen with your specific application. However, we want to be sure to show one particular process, the bond process. If you are requested to add a bond, you will receive a letter from the department. You can access this action through your Action Center tab. As you can see, I have a panel that is requesting that I add a bond for my lottery application. I will begin this process by clicking the Add a Bond for Lottery Application hyperlink. This same action can be found in the I Want To tab. I have filtered the panels for the word bond and can see Add a Bond within the Registration and Licensing panel. First, select the bond category. In this case, select the lottery license option. You will then select whether you are applying the bond for a new lottery license or existing license. We need to add this to our pending application, so I will select that option and will then click Next. Next, because we selected an application, we can see our current application for which we need to apply this bond. I will select that case and then click Next. There are 2 bond types to choose from: a cash bond like a cashier's check or money order, or a surety bond which will require the entry of your policy information. I will start with the cash bond selection. If you chose cash bond, please know that you are required to visit an Iowa Lottery main office in person to complete your certified fund transaction. The bond amount field is auto-populated with the amount found on the letter you received. Now, let's continue by selecting surety bond. And now I will click Next. It is important that you complete as many of these fields as possible regarding your surety bond details. I will do so now, followed by clicking Next. You must then enter the surety bond contact information. Note that the principal must be a listed owner on the license. I will complete this section now. You can either select the surety bond company from the drop-down menu, or if the company is not included in the drop-down list, you can click the checkbox to add the bond company. You will need to enter as much information as possible about your surety bond company, including verifying the address with the Verify Address button. However, I know my surety bond company is listed in the drop-down menu, so I will uncheck the box and then select my company from the list. As you can see, I have added my surety bond company. I will now click Next. Next, review and check the two boxes for the statements below, followed by attaching a copy of your surety bond. I will do this now. Everything is complete, so I will now click Next to continue. Review your information prior to continuing. If you need to fix anything, click the previous button or use a hyperlink in the step selector at the top of the page. Once you have completed your review, click Next. Like many other screens, be sure to review the information under Confirm Submission. Then, enter your password followed by clicking Submit. I have already entered my password, so I will click Submit. Please write down your confirmation number or click Printable View to print the confirmation screen for your records. Once you are ready to continue, click OK. Once your information has been reviewed and approved, your panel will become accessible and you will have the option to either update lottery license or print license from your account panel. For more videos and help on how to navigate the GovConnectIowa portals, visit revenue.iowa.gov/GovConnectIowa and our YouTube page. Thanks for watching.